recording.
Hello, Craig.
So cool. So I got super lucky on the CULTDao drop, and I've been like very prosperous gains from that, and I still have a decent bag in that right now too. So I'm just like a moonshot. But what I want to do is I mean, a lot of people here have been working so hard, and I want to help remunerate some of that and give back some of the gains that I've got. So what I want to do is I want to give away 1 ETH to GarrotTheParrot, Live Fast, Hero, and MycoBici. I want to give each of us 1 ETH. So for all what you guys have been doing, this has been just super awesome. And you guys have been here like every single day, which is just dope. All the meetings, you guys have been working super hard. So if you guys could just like DM me your wallet addresses, I will shoot that off probably like tomorrow morning or something when I sit back down at the computer. But I just wanted, that's just coming from me personally, and it's just a small thank you. And again, like as we all are like making money throughout this process, and all sorts of different opportunities are going to come up, I always want to be spreading the wealth. And I appreciate all of your guys' time. It's definitely not like, I know that none of you guys have been compensated for your time, and even this isn't going to compensate that, but at least it's like a small token of appreciation.
CB, that's very generous of you. Thank you, my friend.
Holy shit, thank you.
Dang,
You have everyone, but that's amazing.
Congratulations on that airdrop too, man. Wow.
Yeah, congratulations. It wasn't an airdrop. Nice. Yeah, it wasn't an airdrop. I bought in just super early, and I got lucky. Yeah, I was not one of the guardians. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I saw the opportunity and I jumped on it. So yeah, you guys, if you please just DM me your wallet addresses, I'll shoot that off to you guys today. Or sorry, tomorrow morning.
That's so thoughtful, CB. Thank you on behalf of me and everybody else. And on that note, like, how amazing, and let's get to work.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So unfortunately, like the DAO space is sometimes unknown on how you get compensated, but I always live by the mantra that like eventually your value will be compensated equally for how much effort you put in. Like sometimes that's through the exact protocol, and maybe sometimes that's through just you spending the time in the space and you identified another opportunity. I don't know, but either way, I want to try to do my small part. So.
Fuck yeah.
Well said, Myco.
So yeah, with that, I know one of the biggest things that we're waiting on is now the website. So I did actually put out like, I was talking with Myco about this. My first reaction was like, well, trying to get like some developers on this is going to be really hard to get somebody motivated. And so then I initially told Myco that like I would champion it myself and like build out the website. So, like I've done that in the past. But then I started thinking like, A, like I don't really want to do that because I don't have the time. And then B, I was like, well, maybe I'll just put out a bounty to the dev guild in Bankless to see if they want to do it. So I put out a 0.5 ETH bounty, which I think is pretty good considering the changes we want aren't that much. So I believe Overachiever has taken on that bounty. He like just messaged me like literally a couple minutes ago and told me that he is working on those changes right now. So I imagine those changes to our website will be made probably within the next 24 or 48 hours. So.
Hey, fantastic.
Yeah, so I will let you guys know on that.
Yeah,
and
drop any deets in the grants channel.
Yeah, and if we need anything else, just let me know. I think while we have Overachiever's attention, we should try to, get as much value as possible out of that because we are paying him for it. So let's all be kind of like don't be afraid to like say, oh, well, I kind of want this button to like look like this or something. Like let's be strict on our changes because we have his attention. So might as well do that while we can.
Can you link to that bounty so that I can see what details he already has and edit from there?
Well, it's not
needed?
It's not like a bounty like on Bankless or anything.
Okay.
Like I literally just messaged Ice Cool, who's like the dev guild lead, and I told him like, hey, I'm willing to pay this much for these changes. And so he actually just put me in a group chat with Overachiever. If you want Myco and GarrotTheParrot, I can add you guys into that group chat, and then you guys can also throw in some 2 cents in there as well.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna add you guys.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So that's I think that's what we're waiting on, right? I mean, that's really it.
That's it. That's what we've been waiting on for like 2 months. No, I mean maybe.
There's also Silky Potato or messaged the group this morning, and I pointed him to you, Bushi and Maiko, about it. He was concerned about the hosting status of our website. Slinky Potato. I don't know if you got the message.
Yeah, so I haven't seen that. I mean, I am personally not that concerned with the hosting because it is through CULTDao, and you know, I don't foresee CULTDao rugging us on
No,
any
that's
of
what
the
he
hosting.
said. He said we're rugging you. Check it
Oh,
out.
are
You
they
got tagged.
actually?
Yeah, yeah. Where was
Let
it
me see.
again? Let me see.
It's in general. No, it's in Dalpunk's general.
Let me see. I'm on my mobile, so it's
Oh, he
difficult to
entered
find
the.
these
He's got a
things.
Daupunk too. That's cool.
Yeah. Reaching out. I can just. I'll read it to you.
Yeah,
I am a DevOps rep from CULTDao, and I'm reaching out regarding the hosting status of the DAOpunk's website. Today is the last for many hosted projects by CULTDao, and we see that DAOpunks is hosted in Vercel. Who can I get in contact with to transfer the hosted website code? This is quite urgent as we are planning to deactivate projects that have not been transferred. And I just pointed him to you and Maiko because you guys were the two people asking about the website, and I said to contact you first. But I know you're out. You're busy, so I don't know.
okay. Yeah, I'll just DM him right now, and then.
Are
Okay,
we?
cool.
I may have misunderstood the intention. Are we continuing to host on BDAO, or are we migrating away from BDAO?
It doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'm fine picking up the hosting costs. It's very small cost, so I personally don't care. I'll gladly host it.
I think after last week we were discussing hosting it ourselves to kind of like separate ourselves from BDAO at this point. If I recall correctly, that was like the general thought process.
Yeah, so he actually just DM'd me, so I'm looking now. Yeah, we need to transfer all this stuff anyways, so I'm perfectly fine with just. Unfortunately, these are all just kind of the small tidbits of things that that come later. So, but it shouldn't be an issue transferring this, to be honest. Okay, yeah, he's saying, are you able to help me transfer to your team's account, or maybe point me? Yes. All right, so I'll take care of that, guys. So don't worry about that.
Thanks.
Is that an indicator we're getting away from BDAO?
I mean, we've always wanted to be like an arm's length away from BDAO anyways, because it wouldn't be proper for us to call ourselves DAOpunks and then just be like intimately only in a relationship with DAO. I think if we're going to be DAOpunks, we need to be kind of all-encompassing. So I think it's perfectly natural, perfectly fine. I think the arrangement we set up with BDAO in the very beginning was sort of, we were just duct taping everything together to make it work. So I think now we're just the growing pains we're experiencing now are just basic, like, okay, like let's start unwinding some things and wind it into our own ecosystem.
10-4.
I'm just gonna tell them that I'm happy to pay any hosting fees in the meantime until we transfer. So like, don't just drop it completely. All right, so yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. That stuff should be pretty easy, pretty simple. I mean, look at us. We are truly becoming our own small DAO over here. We're getting thrust into the wild now. Like our big daddy CULTDao is now telling us we have to move out.
I took that as a joke there in the chat. Maybe it's not a joke, was it?
No, I think it's a good thing. Honestly, it's a good thing. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
We've been wanting to take more control of our stuff over the last few meetings, especially with when it comes to the website. I mean, the website has been on the forefront of like a discussion, or at least in the back of our heads, that it needs some love and attention because it's pretty outdated.
Yeah, 100%. I think we've been making small changes too. I mean, if you guys haven't noticed as well, like the original DAOpunks contract was called DAOpunks by Bankless, and so we did change that a couple months ago. So now it's just DAOpunks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So and there's no exact like nobody from Bankless HQ or Bankless told us we had to do that. That was just purely like we want to make we want to be an individual DAO, so it's like we have to do that. Either way, though, there's still a lot of people that do think that Punks was created by like David Hoffman and Ryan Adams. So we're going to be battling that narrative for a while, I'm sure. So, but that's okay with me.
Just like it's just an optimizer for engagement. It's great.
That was a
Yeah,
good way to get started.
It's good.
Well, we never
exposure.
explicitly said we were by Bankless HQ, so it was just it was them. It was them. And so hey, whatever. But either way, Bankless HQ has supported DAOpunks, which is cool. I don't know if you guys have seen, Ryan Sean Adams now has a digital like frame in his room where he films his Bankless HQ podcasts, and he's had a DAOpunk on there a couple times for some pretty big podcasts, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'd caught that in a couple of the YouTube videos where I noticed that.
Yeah, that was cool. So they're definitely supporters. So okay, cool. So the website will be done. Leave that with me, guys. I added Myco and Garrett to the DMs with Overachiever, so let's see how that goes. Overachiever is awesome, by the way. He was making changes to the website on DAOpunks on like literally the day of launch. So he's like, I trust him implicitly, and I think he'll get what he needs to get done as long as we tell him. So other than the website, is there anything else that we're like kind of toying with right now before this launch, or are we kind of just in a waiting pattern now?
I'd seen something on the chat there. The newsletter's about to kick off, is it?
There's a new meeting we're trying to set up a new meeting for the newsletter sometime within the next couple of weeks. But as for the actual grants, I believe we ran through all the last minute issues of how of everything we have. I don't know what's left. I think we covered everything we wanted to, right, Myco?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good.
So I guess the last is just like the website and getting it up there.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't want to steal your beautiful time on a Friday. So, I mean, if we're just waiting on the website, then that is moving. And so if we have nothing else to talk about, then let's just adjourn this talk and let's all have a good day.
Nice.
Dude's ready for some fun.
Oh, I have actually.
Yeah, and then Stevie, go ahead.
Oh, I had a weird question. It's totally off topic and random, but have you guys ever had any problems with changing your Discord handle? Like, you know what I mean? When you get Nitro, you can actually change your customize your number and stuff. And I was like, is that going to cause any weird problems with other things connected to my account? Have you guys done that?
I've done that. I've had no issues. I mean, I've never changed my handle name. Well, that's not true. I added a GM in there, and that would have changed it. So, no, you're good.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be pretty. It should be native. Yeah, because it uses string. So
Nice.
Yeah, and the number too, Myco. Like I changed mine to 0001. you know, like ages
Yeah,
ago.
originally when I
Whatever.
met Hero originally, I'm like, how did you get 001? He's like, oh, dude, yeah, I paid for Nitro. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, is he the first Discord user?
That's right. I'm the founder of Discord, guys. That's how I have the passive income to support this life, dude.
Dude, I have a friend on GitHub who has literally one letter name. It's like
Ooh,
B.
nice.
He got B. I mean, that's
Nice.
amazing. Like,
Yeah.
Amazing.
you get
I was thinking of doing 1618 or 0112 for Fibonacci.
You can do any of those, yeah. Because with your
Or
number change, it's completely tied to your name as well, so you can change it to whatever you want. Fibonacci, there you go.
yeah. If I did 1618, would any of you know what that meant?
No, I was going to ask you.
Oh, it's the golden ratio.
No idea.
It's the golden ratio.
Is that that's like
Which the Fibonacci
that's
sequence like
phi, right?
approaches.
Or no, that's not
continues to
phi. They call it
Yeah, it's
phi,
phi.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I have the Metatron's cube tattooed on my forearm, so
Oh,
I have
nice.
the golden ratio tattooed on me.
Nice. So you know. All right, I might do that one.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just got a what's it called? A mandala on the leg the other day. It's still peeling.
I mean, that was a big one. You didn't hold back.
Yeah, that one fuck hurt.
Yeah. Dude.
Anything on your like inner thigh hurts a lot.
Inner thigh. Yeah. Not for the faint of heart. Ugh. Yeah. Good for you. You're strong, CB. You got this.
Many more to come. Well, cool guys. Well, I guess.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just gonna jam a little bit. No, you guys are good. No, get out to the sun, CB, and everybody else enjoy their Friday, man. I assume we're doing a meeting next Thursday. It's kind of gap week in Bankless DAO, but I don't think that matters here. So we'll see you guys around, right?
Woo.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then remember for Garrett, Myco, Live Fast, and Hero. Remember, DM me please your addresses, and I'll do that tomorrow morning.
Will do. Be on the lookout for the hoodies. I just got mine in, and I'm gonna after this meeting, I'm gonna take some poses with it. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that too, like just so you guys know, by the way, like so Sinjin has taken the lead on the merch, but Sinjin told me that he doesn't want to like be just a merch guy anymore, and so like there is a very big possibility for anybody that's here that's interested in like fashion or clothing or anything. If you guys want to put some proposals together on like putting a release out, like we can do it. We have the infrastructure. We have everything. And Sinjin doesn't want to be the only one doing it. So we can do whatever we want regarding merch. We have everything in place to sell merch. We just need some cool ideas. So just keep that in the back of your head. And we do pay, by the way. Like I think last time we paid, like what did we pay Hero? Like 30% to the artist?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're willing to pay like 30% of whatever the merch item sells for to the artist. So if any of you guys want to put some cool shit together, let me know. I can help you figure out if it's possible or not, and we can go from there.
And guys, like 30% can be, I mean, serious dough, even if you don't move a ton of product. Like it's it adds up fast.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll talk to some artist friends, screen printing stuff.
Yeah, we have all the we have I went and visited the merch they have out in Los Angeles. They are seriously like top fucking notch. Like these guys, they do a ton of stuff for very big brands, and they flat out told us like, look, you guys are one of our most favorite customers that we work with. They could have been lying about that, right? But they were like, we really want to get into Web3, and like what you guys are doing is very different than what we're used to doing, and so like they want to do more stuff like what we want to do. It's just up to us to do it. And again, I don't think Sinjin wants to be the only person doing it, so it's pretty much open to any of us here who want to participate.
Nice. I have when I get back home, I have access to a laser engraver that can print wooden stickers, and I printed a bunch of these wooden stickers for the collective and for the collective rising, and they're super durable. Like they're freaking awesome. And I've already been thinking I want to make some stickers for DAO Punks, so I'll look into that.
Yeah, yeah, it's not just merch, guys, either. I mean, we can like the wooden stickers are a cool idea. I mean, it can be like physical things as well. Like really anything physical. It could be like it could be
The
a one of
patches.
one as well. The patches as well. I was thinking live fast. The patches,
Oh yeah, the
like maybe
patches.
like maybe what we do is maybe, and again, don't hold me to it yet, but because I haven't thought fully about this, but like maybe I buy the patches from you, and then maybe we give the patches away like in the next merch drop or something. I don't know. Like if we literally ship it to our merch printer and say, here, like put these in each package, like they'll do that. They already did that with the stickers. So so there's lots of possibilities that we could do.
Just like make it. Yeah, I don't know. What's ideas? They're all good ideas.
Yeah, so if you guys at all are interested in fashion or like any of that stuff, like this is a great forum for that. We have a pretty good audience. I mean, the Dowpunk hoodies we sold like how many here? I think like we sold like 69, 70-ish, something like that.
Nice.
It ended up being like $10,000. So I mean, 30% of $10,000 is not bad for a little bit of work.
Oh, I also had a random thought when you got a random thought. Should we do another community call just to like update everybody on the status of just things that have been going on lately?
Oh yeah.
We're
I
gonna
think
fire one up.
once the grants are fired up, I think that'd be a good time to do that.
Yeah, we can do like a community call just before we announce it. That way the community gets the inside scoop. Like right when we're ready, and then that'd be awesome time to do a community call.
And I'd love if you guys could
Great.
like lead that, to be honest. Like I would really personally love that. So are you guys open to that? Like if we set it up the call, you guys could lead it?
Sure.
I'd be up for it. I was actually just thinking of. I was gonna just ask if I was gonna ask if I could just if you'd be okay if I just like had a community call, just be like, here's a rundown of everything that's happened the last few weeks and what's been going on.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just so you guys see my vision of this too, and I don't know if this aligns with what you guys are thinking, but at least you guys know how I'm thinking. Like I want Dowpunks to turn into like an evergreen funding source. And I know that we're not set up at all for that yet, but I think we have some cool ideas on how that could happen. And it'd be great if eventually we could get Dowpunks to be a truly like decentralized funding mechanism to where like any of us can just walk away from it forever and other people can kind of come in and take the place and it kind of lives on forever. I would love to strive towards that route. Kind of, again, not to show my own bags, but similar to like CULTDao. Like it is truly a decentralized funding mechanism. It'd be cool if we could figure out how to do the same sort of thing, deploy it and then just walk away. That'd be really cool.
We can start out by drafting some smart contract architecture, and then we just need to onboard some Solidity devs and make it happen.
Well, Mr. Omodulus, he follows me on Twitter. He's the founder of CULTDao, and he DMs me every once in a while. I feel like we could approach him at some point and say, "Hey, like, can we fork this? Like, can you just give us the code?" And we might be able to fork it. The only issue becomes though is that if we do that, we are gonna have to establish a token, and I know there's a lot of legal complexities to that. But if all of us as the founding team essentially walked away like before the launch of the token, like we just set up the framework, I can't see how any of us can fall into any legal scrutiny. You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of like truly decentralized organizations, is that no one can be targeted. And that's like a big part of my philosophy on why I think that DAOs are the most durable organizational framework, that exists. So I totally agree.
Yeah, we'd have to set it up, and we'd have to make sure that like all our ducks in a row. Because obviously, like I don't want to be like sued by the SEC, and I know none of you want to either. So we'd have to just figure that out. But I think that there is some ways to do it, and I don't know. We just have to just think about it over time. But
Yeah, I definitely have a bone to pick with SEC, so maybe now's the time.
yeah,
Just an article on offensive litigation to seek regulatory clarity. So like you're all over it, Garrett. Like you can be the
Yeah.
vanguard. Cool. Yeah. I mean,
and maybe it's a completely new contract, right? Maybe it's a completely new contract. It's not from me. It's not from any of you. It's just It's from an address. Nobody knows where it came from.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like,
Well,
well, we
I think
don't
that's
know
kind of
why
it, though.
we didn't give them permission to use DAO punks, but we also don't have any way to sue them. So I don't know. I guess they just run with it if they
Exactly.
want to.
Exactly. And no, we didn't tell them to whitelist, current holders or anything like that. Exactly. Like,
Well,
yeah,
that's
they
public
didn't do that.
information. Anybody can whitelist DAO punk holders. I mean, I'll probably
Exactly.
do that for
Exactly.
my
So
dance party airdrop, you know?
that's my thought. Like, I want to get us to a point to where, like, essentially I can walk away and you guys can walk away and we can all walk away one day and say, like, and look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, Dow Punk's, grant giving foundation. Like, yep, we were part of that, but nobody knows, That'd be cool.
Except the archive YouTube videos.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. But
No, I mean, everything that we're saying is still true, you know? We're just
and
saying.
also I also think strongly, by the way, guys, that we could approach CULTDao and we could probably get a 13 ETH distribution from that DAO. I don't see why we wouldn't. I mean, I've been there since like day one. So is Sinjin. So I think if we put our names behind it and we found a guardian who would do it, I don't see why we wouldn't get it. So if there's 13 ETH right there worth of future money that we can go get, it's really up to us to decide like when we want to go get it. Like, I don't think we're in a position yet to go get it, but when we're ready, there's 13 ETH right there as well for us.
Are
And
they
maybe
gathering enough
we
volume
take that
to
13.
are
Oh
they
yeah, dude, they have like 1,200 ETH in their treasury right now. Yeah.
oh damn.
Holy
I
smokes.
think, and it's going up right now too. The price has gone up by 40% in the last 24 hours. I think that also if we approach CULTDao, we might be able to use that ETH to fundraise our future protocol build as well. Like, for instance, if we need smart contracts and we want to build out this completely decentralized protocol like I'm talking about, we could just approach CULTDao and say, hey, like, we're going to use this 13 ETH to basically do that. And we do it like that.
Yeah, you're reading my mind there, CB. Like, I think that when we go and attempt to get ETH from CULTDao, and I agree because of you guys' connections there. Like, I mean, guys, just so I can toot CB and Sinjin's horn, like they won the CULTDao video contest, and got a little more cult in their bags, but like amazing, right? Like, so they're deeply plugged in, whatever that means. And so I totally think that CB's right that when we asked for it, we could get it. I would love to see it targeted, like not to go into the general grants fund per se, but used for a purpose like CB's talking about. And if you could take some of that ETH to build out or to fork it, right, and then build it, like that would be ideal in a lot of ways. So I'm glad you're saying that. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's what I want to see happen. So we'll see. I think if we can just prove the basic structure and we can get like at least mobilize our treasure we have now, we can figure out the next step and maybe launch like an actual decentralized protocol. And who knows, guys, we could be talking about launching a protocol now, and this protocol could be worth, $1 billion market cap in the future. Like, it could be really exciting.
Yeah, and I think that there's a clear path towards like automating everything, like the framework that we've set up so far for how the entire grants process. Like, I think all of that can be automated through a Web3 app. Like, have these like interesting randomizers and community voting methods and a timer that's just running on chain. That's going to be really cool.
Yeah, it could be really cool. So I'm super interested in that. I've been interested in that since day one with CULTDao. You can talk to Hero. So I think what they're doing is super interesting. It's back to the original DAO days. And so if we can launch DAO punks into like an original DAO structure, like, oof,
Yeah.
something
Sexy.
interesting is going to happen.
That's so sexy.
And CULTDao too. CULTDao is really interested in funding like protocols, and we're more interested in funding people, and so it could be a very beautiful synergy there as well.
Right. That's cool. Well, I'm glad you're adding fuel to the inspiration about like the original DAO model, because I've been getting a little fatigued by the just reverting to multi-sig with social governance, like club kind of thing that every single DAO seems to be doing these days. But it is a challenge, but it's totally worth it because it's fundamentally a different a different creature.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Yeah, I think we do the same thing as Mr. Modulus did. We lock up the liquidity for a ridiculous amount of time, like rug proof. We just create, we're counterculture to like typical token drops, and then I think people will come to that. Be interesting, and we can do airdrops even to the DAO holders. We could do airdrops to influential people in the space like Ryan Sean Adams, David Hoffman. We could create a lot of waves, I think.
Yeah, and like the DAO brand and aesthetic, as we were talking about, is like super solid, like very, very strong. And as long as we're just like slow and steady and strong in our steps, like we're just gonna keep progressing and progressing.
I agree 100%.
I'm more excited of after the first grant to see what doors open and what things come about from it. I think that, like, I don't know about you, but that's been, I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
Oh, 100%. I mean, look at like we have the potential here to fund like a Vitalik Buterin, and I know that's silly, but it's like, let's face it, like what the crypto that's out there is not the end all be all. Like we probably are. I mean, if you look at like just in history, like we are in the very early days of the internet revolution. Like it's so early. It's insane.
I think we're like pre-Model T in the industrial revolution. Like we haven't even passed steam power yet. Like
well, that's why like you guys should seriously check out CULTDao. I'm telling you guys, it's like look at what happened with the last election cycle with QAnon, right? QAnon became a huge thing, right? And who knows if it was all BS or not, right? Probably was BS, but either way, it grew into this massive movement. If CULTDao or a similar protocol turns into that, the market cap of that is going to be ridiculous, like ridiculous. Like Constitution DAO. People just joined Constitution DAO because they wanted to say, yeah, fuck it, let's buy the Constitution. I mean, that's going to start happening a lot lately. So if you guys see any projects that's like that, I mean, those are the projects to get into.
The DAO that almost bought the NFL sports team, which one was it? Wasn't it was it at Portland, or am I misremembering that one?
They were trying to buy the Broncos. I don't know what ever happened to it.
Oh, the Colorado Broncos. Of course, it's Colorado. Hell yeah. It's probably sports.
They got outbid.
Of course they did. Yeah. That's always the thing, huh?
Well, same with the Constitution. The Constitution got outbid by the guy who was on the other end of the short squeeze for GME and AMC. Like it's a war.
Public information. It's
like a war. But I mean, the fact that they lost, like I was a part of that too. I ended up selling those tokens for like a massive gain because for some reason, like we failed to buy the Constitution, but yet the token was pumping. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But the same thing's happening with like CULTDao, and I think the same thing can happen with us. Like if we position ourselves to be a truly decentralized, like people funding mechanism, like who knows? It might evolve way past what we ever imagined it could be. It could turn into something really crazy.
I mean, we're fundamentally reinventing the template for scholarships, basically. I mean, we're dipping into a lot of kinds of things like UBI and everything else, but it's yeah, and it's hard for us to see that because we're like so micro focused on the daily. But if you zoom out, like really, we're working on some very revolutionary shit here. Like it really could be like crazy. It really could.
I love G.
So I'm excited.
I love it. I love the energy, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited. Let's just disrupt shit. Like that's literally what we want to do, and that's what DAO Punks was originally created for. It's we're going backwards a little bit because we have to make it work. But then once we're going forward, we should be the next calls after this grant program is launched. We should be talking about, okay, how do we take this model, how do we decentralize it, and how do we automate
fast, it? Break shit.
Fire. Well, how inspirational!
I like it. Well, cool.
Great. Cool.
Well,
Cool.
in the words of the GME apes, my tits are jacked. So I'm pumped.
All right, guys. Well, I guess this is a good stopping point. So we're all pumped. Make sure you DM me your wallet addresses. If you're not friends with me on Discord, just add me as a friend, and I will add you back. So
Rock on.
CB, like,
So thanks,
thanks
Bushi.
again, man.
Love the energy.
Beyond generous, dude. And what can I say? Fabulous. Cool.
well, let's keep this thing going, guys. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. So keep it going.
Thanks again.
Amen, brother.
Also,
Cheers, guys.
here before you go, a quick question for you. Well, two. One, can you did you upload yesterday's audio for Craig? From Craig?
I don't think I uploaded it. I might have. No, I think I downloaded it, but I'm not sure I uploaded it yet.
All right. Would you be okay if you gave me permissions for Craig so I can help take care of that for you?
Yeah, I don't know how to. We can get CULTDao to do that, though, I think. So I will ping CULTDao now and then work on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. It'll just help me when I have to upload this to YouTube.
Yeah, no problem. I will ping CULTDao right now and ask him to do that.
Also, I have this one on OBS video, so I'll upload that one. Live fast.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Thank you guys for all your time, and wherever you are in the world, enjoy, and we will connect next week.
Yo, keep it groovy.
Have a good week, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Beautiful.
Keep it groovy, brothers.
Happy
Enjoy your
growing.
trip,
See
CB.
you guys.